So then, Anthony, we had
Shayna Baszler facing off against Liv Morgan for the Smackdown Women's title.
an interesting stat at the start of this match. 900 days since Shayna Baszler had a championship match. So but almost, what's that, nearly 3 years, or no, 2 and 3/4. I look, I've got to be honest with you. I scored this as the worst match on my scoring. I just don't buy into Liv Morgan.
Yeah, we're all saying that, Anthony.
I don't buy into her at all. To me, she looks timid. She looks weak. She's not credible. She's not believable. Nothing against her personally. She's probably a brilliant lady. She doesn't look like she can carry the women's division like a Charlotte Flair or a Becky Lynch, or even to a lesser extent Bianca. She just... And another thing, I don't know if you noticed it, and again, maybe it's just me being an old fuck. Did you see the size of the fake nails on Liv Morgan in the ring? They have these dirty, great big white fake nails, and they be coming out at least half an inch. How do you wrestle in that?
Well, that's a good point too. Look, I agree with you on everything you're saying, right? I think Shayna Baszler's been used incredibly bad in her time there. Problem with Shayna, it's going to sound pretty sexist, but the problem with Shayna in the WWE's eyes is she's not that blonde, attractive woman.
Yeah.
Right? She looks like someone who can kick your ass. She's someone who can kick your ass. I mean, legitimate jiu-jitsu person, legitimate catch wrestler, legitimately trained, legitimately MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Right? She would be a great champion. That belt would mean something if she held it. But the problem with the women's division, it has been like this since the Diva days.
Yeah.
Right? Is it's all about, getting the fanboys to get excited when the girl comes out instead of having someone that can legitimately kick your ass. That looks like that's an ass kicker. And when you put Liv Morgan against Shayna Baszler, I mean, if you put them in any training ring anywhere and just said, go for it, give me a shoot, Shayna Baszler's going to kill her every time.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Without punching her, just straight wrestling, just out wrestle her. But, how many T-shirts does Shayna sell? How many post-ups does Shayna sell compared to Liv Morgan? You know what it is. Yeah.
I get it. I mean, look, Liv Morgan even went and got some specialised training from Matt Riddle prior to this match to try and sharpen some of her skills and all that. He's actually been training her in some of the MMA stuff or whatever he did.
That should have been done 10 years ago when she was learning how to wrestle. What are you going to bring her in now, put the belt on her and say we need to train her?
She doesn't look... She looks fragile in the ring.
Yeah.
You can't have a champion that looks fragile, that's not credible. I mean, she's supposed to be holding up the women's division, and you got... look, I don't rate Ronda Rousey at all. I'm sorry.
No. That's true. Yeah,
but, you got people like, okay, she's injured at the moment, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair's not there. I understand that. Sasha's coming back, but, I'm not a big fan of hers either. But even, what's her name? What's her name, Anthony? The one who was general manager for a while?
Sonya Deville.
Yeah. I mean, someone like her, I mean, she's like a legitimate badass. She can hold the... Like, you need someone that's got some credibility that can hold the division. I don't buy it. I can't get into it.
Lives a little bit the little engine that could.
Yeah.
That's a story they're trying to tell. That's not reality. The little engine that could,
Not in the fighting sense.
No.
And certainly not against a submission magician.
Yeah. So I gave it 5, just being polite. Probably should have went 4.5. You gave it 3. Ooh,
I didn't like it at all.
But
you could have had...
There's not a lot of great things to say about it.
No, you could have had 10 other matches that would have been far superior to this.
My final notes was just not believable to finish.
Nah.
Just not believable.
Nah.
Transitioning arm bars and that with Shayna Baszler and that, it's just not believable. But yeah, it's. I think they're going to keep working with her.
Anthony's more of a what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, Anthony, but on all the women's matches, you're sort of the guru.
I guess you could put it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think, mate? We're being too harsh on this thing, or
No, look. I remember I was flicking through social media last night, and everybody was asking, "Are you rate Liv Morgan's tirade, from 1 to 10?" And a lot of people were saying, "Let's see how the match with Baszler finishes before we do that." I don't think she's ready. I still don't think she's ready. It's been 2 months.
Nah.
no? I don't. Yeah, I think that's. I think, look, on a marketing point of view, as a promoter, Liv Morgan's good looking. It's a good marketing tool.
There's heaps of if it's just that.
Yeah, as in ring, no. As in ring, she doesn't have it. She doesn't. She's not believable, as you said, not credible. So I don't know.
Yeah,
WWE needs to make that decision.
Nah, I mean, what's her name? The real hottie that went down to NXT and is their champion.
Mandy
Oh
Rose.
yeah.
Yeah, Mandy. Surely to goodness, Mandy Rose would be 20 times better than Liv Morgan in that spot.
And they didn't give her anywhere near the push
No,
they gave
exactly
Liv Morgan.
right.
Yeah, she didn't get the push at all. They
Surely to goodness, if you put Mandy Rose in that spot,
Yeah.
If it's about tits and bum and selling T-shirts and blah blah, put her up there.
she can actually work too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
there's probably 5 or 6 people that could take that spot easily. I'm not being smart, and I know what you're going to say. I'd have Doudrop in front of Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Because she can work.
She can work.
She can work. Okay, she might not sell 1 million T-shirts, but she can bloody work. She can give some credibility to the belt.
Like I said, it will all depend on now the reign, how things go with the new people booking, because that might change.
Well, I hope so. I think the minute Becky Lynch or Charlotte comes back, I think she's gone.
I think so. That might be what they're holding out for.
You just give her a bit of a feel-good story run because they know they're coming back, or Sasha.
That might be what's happening. That person that's going to drop the belt to Charlotte or to Becky or to whoever else comes in. It's quite possible. Shayna's a good worker, but she's not going to draw you any money. People ain't going to come and see her. So to drop the belt to Shayna ain't going to make any sense on doing that.
No.
You need to drop the belt to somebody like a Bailey or to a Charlotte Flair or someone, and she is the perfect face to lose to a good strong heel.
Yeah.
Because she's going to get sympathy. So it's people will want to see that match. So marketing wise, you might need to hold on to Liv for a little until somebody steps in. Maybe that'd be up to them.
You've got that on, and as I said, you got people like AJ Styles and all that not getting a match. Like, seriously?
Yeah, no, I agree.
When I was a promoter, the first thing
imagine AJ Styles versus Ciampa.
Yeah,
Tommaso. That'd have been a great match. Any card.
Or AJ and Lashley against bloody Miz and Ciampa.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's a million matches you could have made.
That's right.
Yeah, no. But anyway, look, I mean, when I was a promoter, my first thing was to put on the very, very strongest, best card I could.
Yeah.
And I thought, while this was a great pay-per-view, this match was just a waste of time.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100% of those.
All right. I've had my say.